the home for all your Yankees news, updates, live streams, and play-by-plays. This is Max Coverage TV, and this show starts now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream here on Max Coverage TV, the place to be for all your sports wants, news, and needs, and most importantly, live streams here for your Yankees spring training news. Do me a favor, if you love the Yankees as much as I do, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know when the next time I will go live is, or when I make a video. Join this awesome community full of Yankee fans, full of baseball fans in general. Once the games begin, I will be your home for all your live play-by-plays throughout the whole season, baby. So join the ride. It's going to be a fun time. If you are in the chat live and full direct, y'all are the GOATs. Smash that like button in the smithereens. Helps me out a ton. And also, if you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay gang. My boy Action VJ came up with that. Drop me some questions after the show is over, and I'll answer those questions, of course. How we all feeling, everyone? How we feeling? It's Thursday. The weekend is almost here, but this is not no ordinary weekend, baby. This is not no ordinary weekend like what John Legend said. We're just ordinary people. No, not this weekend. Not this weekend. The Yankees begin baseball tomorrow. Man, oh man, we are here. Baseball's in the air. The weather's getting hotter. Well, right now it's kind of getting colder down here in the south. In Florida where I'm at, it's kind of getting cold. But you get where I'm coming from. Baseball is here. We already have some action going on right now with the Cubs and the Dodgers. But, man, I cannot wait to see this team on the diamond once again. I cannot wait, man. Let's get the pre-live crew name before we do anything else today. We got John the Beagle Dad in the building. We got Choa, a.k.a. Lore. We got Action VJ, my guys, always in the house. Kid or Kid, the Strike Zone. Yo, what's up, my guy? Val and NY is in the building. We're going to talk about what Val just said. Jake in the house with that. Look at that beard, man. I can't pull that off, Jake. Every time I bring your picture up, man, I cannot pull that off, man. So kudos. It is fantastic. Fernando's in the chat. Says Boone's a bum. Oh my Lord. Miss Norma's in the house. Hi. Oh, what's up, Miss Norma? Savius in the building. We got David A. We got Jose Medina in the building. Says Boone is weak sauce, not a leader of men, but we are stuck with him. We'll talk about it, Jose. Chad in the house. Good to see you, man. Nathaniel. Hi. He says, go Dodgers. Oh, come on, man. Norma says, longest 4 months ever. For real, it really is, Norma. It really is. Daniel in the chat. Strike Zone says, Floridians don't know cold. Oh, well, we got snow a couple weeks ago, bro. We got snow a couple weeks ago. I mean, my Lord. Daver in the chat says, I want Boone gone. Well, not going to happen, man. That is definitely not going to happen. We also have Brandon in the chat, Ambio in the house, and Uncle Rico. Those are your elite members of the pre-live crew. Thank you for being here, and make sure you smash that doorbell, a.k.a. the like button here. Thank you guys so much for popping in. Uncle Rico, like he just said, nobody got hurt today. What's going on? Nobody got hurt. We have some good news with Clark Schmidt. His back's feeling better, and he said there's no concern about opening day availability. So the whole cranky back crap with Clark Schmidt, you can nip that in the butt. How about that one, huh? That's gonna be not even a topic of discussion. Clark Schmidt seems like he's gonna be good to go, baby. That's what we hope, and that's what I think will happen. So good to hear. That's some good news to talk about. Ambio in the building says Cashman and Boone contract end by 2027. I hope them both out. Bring in Yachty and Carlos Beltran. Ooh, okay. Yeah, both of the guys, their contracts expire the same year. That 2027 could be a huge year for the Yankees. The front office could be completely different in 2027, but we got to get there first. That's the topic of discussion. Everyone saw it earlier. I was at work. My apologies for the late stream. You already know I like to go live around 4 o'clock, but had a late day at work. But we all got the update around 11 o'clock this morning on the East Coast. Says the New York Yankees today have announced they have signed manager Aaron Boone to a 2-year contract extension through 2027. And I was on the record saying that this was going to happen. I felt it was going to happen because we just made it to the World Series. They picked up his option, but I was like, this is not going to be the end be all, right? I didn't think them picking up the team option was going to be the end game this offseason for Aaron Boone. I thought a contract extension was going to happen, and there it is. It's officially pen on paper, man. I know a lot of Yankee fans. We already have some in the chat right now. We already have a lot of Yankee fans a little disgruntled about this news. And, I mean, Boone's not the best manager in baseball. I will throw that out there. But he's not the worst. He's not the worst manager in baseball either. I know this will be his 8th year coming up as a Yankee manager, and we all know the end goal is World Series. We need it. We need to win the World Series. We haven't won since 2009. Until last season, we haven't sniffed it since 2009. So it was nice to see us in the big game, the big series. But, unfortunately, we all know what happened in the World Series. Aaron Boone could, if you look at game 1 of that World Series, you can kind of point the finger at some of the decisions that Aaron Boone made in that game that cost us that game. But it's not shocking to me that they got an extension done with Aaron Boone. He is under a lot of pressure. And, New York media is one of one, man. It's the toughest market for a manager to be in. He's under a lot of pressure now for these next 2 years. Well, 3 years coming up. I know a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people blame Aaron Boone for a lot of reasons. I personally don't think that he is the worst manager that we can go out there and get. Now, if he doesn't do well in his next 2 years, then he's gone. This will be the last dance for Aaron Boone, the last 3 years or so. And if we don't win the World Series in these next 3 years, he's gone. He's done. That's my opinion. Cadiza, I just felt like it. It felt like it was gonna be Boone's gonna be back with the Yankees. That's what I felt like. D-Raw's in the chat, my guy. Good to see you, man. He says, FYI, those trolley treats are BOGO at Publix. I don't know. Graham called me fat, so I don't know if I should buy anymore. Val says the Boone nightmare continues, and I bet they extend him again after 2 years. Most managers probably would have been fired after not winning a World Series after 7 seasons. I mean, if you look at it, the last couple of managers for the Yankees have been over 10 years. So I think that's another reason why they extended him. It's that 10-year reign that the Yankees like as a manager, like for the managers here. But he's under a lot of pressure now. I know he's happy. He's already came out, and I'll share some of his clips in a little bit here, but he's already came out and said that he's thrilled to be back. He loves it here in New York, but I know a lot of fans they're middle with Aaron Boone. Some of them hate him. Some of them don't mind him. But now we have to really hold him to a higher standard now. Argo, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. Yankees rarely offer extensions. Torrey didn't get one. Yeah, well, he was here for 10 plus years though. No matter how bad Boone does, he will not be gone. Well, I mean, I'm saying like after his contract's up. That's what I'm talking about, John. If we don't win the World Series in the next 3 years, I don't think he'll get another extension. Uncle Rico says even if Boone did not get to the World Series, he would have been extended. Cashman gets what he wants. Yeah, I mean they really love Aaron Boone, man. They really do. And I know he gets a lot of hate. He does put up with it too. So I mean he knows how to handle New York media. That's one thing he can do. But it's now you got to win it. You got to win it, Aaron Boone. You've been there. You got to win it now. Jose says 3 years just enough time to waste. Judge's prime. We need to win because talent overcomes Boone blunders. We got to win it, man. There's no doubt. There's no doubt, man. There's some, I mean, like I said, Boone does make mistakes. All managers, every manager does. But He's been to the playoffs, what, 6 out of the 7 years he's been here. This is going on year 8 right here. I know that, like I said, the goal is always to win the World Series, but he's at least got us there. The players love him. That's the number one thing. The players love Aaron Boone. And if Aaron Judge says, I don't want to see him go, he's not going nowhere. That's just how it is, man. My bad, D-Rod. My bad for missing to come in. Cashman signed through the 2026 season. This is what I think was going to happen with Cashman. He's probably going to take like a senior advisor role. Like, he'll still be in the front office, but he'll no longer be the GM. That's what I think what's going to happen with Cashman whenever his time is up. I'm all for the Dodgers senior Yankees in 2025 World Series. I would love a rematch. Man. Ken says Boone can keep the job. Who would want every move, thought, or decision scrutinized by so many armchair managers and GMs? Yeah, I mean, you already know it's the hardest. I think manager-wise, probably one of the toughest jobs in sports is being a manager of the New York Yankees, or a manager of any New York team, that is. But he puts up with it somehow, man. Yeah, he could be. He could be strike zone. Andrew in the house. Good to see you, Andrew. Our only young prospect we turn to a superstar is Aaron Judge. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. Hopefully, Volpe will become a superstar. Hopefully, Jason Dominguez will become a superstar. But yeah, I mean, Aaron Judge definitely is a superstar coming from the farm. Pito, my guy. Good to see you, my boy. Thanks for jumping in here, man. John says it's right there in front of us. He was talking about his extension. Yeah, I mean, he called it, right? My guy Pito being a member for 10 months. 10 months popping confetti all over the place. He says, we're going 162. Okay, we're going to win 100 games? Okay. Okay, Pito. I don't know if we get to 100. I say 90. I think last year I said 96 or 97. I don't remember. But you know what? No, Pito, I'm joining you. I'm joining you on that train. We're going to win 100 games this year. I'm with you, Pito. 100 games for the New York Yankees this year. Yankee Kyle, good afternoon to you, buddy. Andrew in the house says, what up, Max? Let's go. Oh, God, I'm on my way to Vegas right now. Ooh, what you doing in Vegas, Andrew? What you doing in Vegas? We got some Dodger fans in the house. They ready for baseball. I said 95 last season. All right. Let's go 100 then, Ken. Let's raise it up to 5. Yeah, what happened to Alex Verdugo? He's still a free agent, Norma. He's still a free agent. I'm kind of shocked that Alex Verdugo is still a free agent. I know his bat was abysmal last season, but he is a great defender in left. And I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I think Houston should have signed Alex Verdugo. They signed Brendan Rodgers to a minor league deal, and they're trying Altuve out in left field. Why would you do that when you can just sign Alex Verdugo and put him in left and then leave Altuve on second? But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I'm shocked that he's still a free agent, honestly. I really am. Analytics says Kid or Kid is more of a group job today. Yeah, it is. It is, Kid or Kid. You're not lying there. You're not lying. That's what Aaron Boone is. That's another reason why they love Aaron Boone so much, because he is so analytically driven. Like, they hand him a piece of paper and he says, okay, let's do it. Right? It's kind of hard to, I think if you look at a manager, like, what can you really point the finger at him for? Like, I know, like, the base running blunders, that could be on a manager, not having your guys ready. But all these teams are so analytically driven. I can't say that word without messing it up. They're so analytically driven that who are you going to blame? You're going to blame the nerds like me that have the glasses on, that, the suit and tie, and they're up there in the box just jotting down numbers and probabilities and stats and all that stuff. Are you going to point the finger at them? That's who you should really be pointing the finger at if all these teams are following analytics. But you're right. You're right on the nose, Kid or Kid, with that. Bring back Verdugo? I personally say no, but it wouldn't shock me. Andrew, it wouldn't shock me, honestly, man. If Stanton is going down with an injury, we already know about the tennis elbows, but if that injury is severe and he's going to miss a lot of time, don't be shocked that they bring back Alex Verdugo, guys. Don't be shocked. John says, dude signed Didi to play third base. I didn't think he was that young still. You see him out there, man. John, I love Didi Gregorius, bro. I really did. He was one of my favorite Yankees when he was here. He was clutch. He was clutch, man. That's one thing about Didi. But it's awesome to see him out there with the guys. Today he was in like full Yankee gear. Action VJ says 100 wins with no third baseman and an armless DH. Yeah, that's how I feel, Action VJ. You know why? Because we got the best pitching in baseball, baby. We got the best pitching in baseball. That's why. We're going to do it. Bill O, what's up, my guy? Good to see you. Edgar in the chat says the Dodgers are overrated. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think the Dodgers are rated right where they need to be. They're good. They're going to be a good team. Dev, good to see you. Graham's in the chat. That's on the bench coach, not the manager. He sets the training schedule, not the manager. Exactly my point, Graham. So that's another reason. What are you pointing at? What are you pointing your finger at the manager for then? If the bench coach, his job is to have the guys ready for base running, for, defense and all that stuff, then what does Aaron Boone do? If that's the case, Graham. Is it Matt Blake's fault that they go to a bullpen arm instead of this arm, like the Nestor Cortez move last postseason, last World Series, when they went with Nestor Cortez instead of Tim Hill? Is that on Boone or is that on Matt Blake? You know what I'm saying? I personally say it's on Aaron Boone. He's the manager. Sean's in the chat. The New York Yankees would not win a World Series. Shut up with him. Ask the coach. What you talking about, Sean? I guarantee you we'll win a World Series in the next 3 years. How about that? I'll guarantee it. Clip this. I guarantee we win a World Series in the next 3 years. Just one. How about that, Sean? Savia says, and that's why, even though I hate that he got an extension, it really doesn't matter because he's just a cardboard cutout of a real manager, says Savius. Yeah, man, times are different, man. Times are different. It really is. D-Ross says, I don't think Boone is driven by analytics as much as the publicity is known, but he is a soft manager. Bad defense, base running proves it. Yeah, I mean, hopefully these guys are, I know they are working on it. I know they're working on it right now, but I hope that's one thing that this team needs to work on is that base running stuff, man. The basics, the fundamentals of baseball. Let's drop some bunts. Run the bases better. Right? That's what I want to see more of. Uncle Rico loved to see the analytics to have Cortez, who was hurt, come in to save the World Series in Game 1 over a very effective Tim Hill. That's what I'm saying, Uncle Rico. That's my point. That is my point, man. Yassine, what's up, man? There should be a balance on analytics in the feel of the game. I think some teams do have a balance, but analytics have definitely, it's taken over baseball, but it's also taken over other sports too, man. It really has. Like you see it in football when you see teams go for it instead of kicking a field goal, they go for it on 4th down, on 4th and 4, right? Or you see it all the time in sports. But baseball, man, it's so analytically driven. I'd be glad to see the dog back and left. He was great, says Norma. His bat just stunk. Really bad. Altuve's going to get his arse whooped by the fans playing in the outfield in the Yankee Stadium. Oh, I guarantee you this, John. I guarantee you this. When the Astros play the Yankees in the Bronx, watch them play second base. They're like, you know what? Let's give them a series off in the outfield. Because, John, they would eat him up alive out there. He wouldn't know what to do. He would not know what to do out there, man. D-Ross says, Boone is soft. Look at Glaber for 6 freaking years. Hey, he benched Glaber, though. Let's see. I'm catching up on the chat. Stetson in the chat. What's up, Stetson? Good to see you, buddy. Al in the building says, according to some, all he does is sit on his thumbs. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I personally think that's on Boone. If all the bullpen stuff, I know Mike Harkey and and Matt Blake and all them, they're part of the decision, but it comes down to Aaron Boone at the end of the day. You know, you have two guys warming up in the bullpen. It's going to come down to Aaron Boone who's coming in. They'll give them the information. They'll give them all their opinions, but at the end of the day, he's the one that's going out there and signaling to the bullpen. So I full on say that was on Aaron Boone. The whole Tim Hill Cortez blunder in the World Series. Joseph says, my opinion, he doesn't deserve this extension. Why is that, Joseph? Why is that? Give us your opinion. Why does he not? In your opinion, why does he not deserve this extension? I want to know. I just want to know. The Yankees are not in a bad position. Injuries happen. We will be okay, says Ken. I think so too. Hopefully the Stanton stuff is not serious, man. But I'm scared it is. There's no timetable for Stanton's return, man. They already said it today. They're not putting a timetable, so that's bad news. That is bad news. Jay Snow in the house says, this lineup is in trouble without Stanton. When last year with Soto, the Yankees were below 500. Now we're short 2 bats. Yeah, like I said, this whole lineup is different without Stanton in the lineup, man. It's just that you see the numbers. They score less runs. They're, like you say, they're below 500 without Stanton's bat in the lineup. I think with Stanton in the lineup last season, they were like 70 and like 40 or something like that. They were like 30 games above 500. If I'm not mistaken, that's off the top of my head. But you're right, man. This lineup is a complete different lineup without Stanton. And it kind of sucks, man, because that's your protection behind Judge. Now the protection's going to have to be either Jazz or Goldschmidt. But let's cross our fingers and hope that Stanton's injury is not as serious. But, man, it's really not sounding good, dude. Graham says people make mistakes until someone comes up with a solution as to who should manage. Then really is hot air getting blown. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's no point of even debating, man. He's not going nowhere for 3 years. So, you know, of course, we're all going to, once the games begin, that's when we can have conversations about what the heck is Aaron Boone doing. You know, the mistakes will be, he will make mistakes. He will. But I just no point of getting upset about it. He's not going anywhere. So at the end of the day, it's just like whatever. Did you catch any of the Dodger-Cubs game today? Poteet had an ABS overturn. I did see the ABS overturn. I did see Eddie Rosario hit a 2-run home run off of Cody Poteet. And I was thinking about that trade once again with Cody Bellinger. And we kind of really finessed the Cubs, man. Because if you think about, we claimed Cody Poteet off waivers. We claimed, like last season, we claimed him off waivers from the Guardians. And then we ended up flipping him for Cody Bellinger. Like, that, talk about a fleece. I know we had to take on the contract and all that good stuff, but still. It took a guy that we claimed off waivers, and we ended up getting Cody Bellinger from it. Not a bad trade, in my opinion. Nate in the chat says, Boone's favoritism is the worst quality a manager can have and has held the team back more than help it. Horrible extension, but at least Judge is happy. The whole team is happy at the end. All the players love Aaron Boone, Nate. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. The whole entire team loves Aaron Boone. If the team loves him, why would they not extend him? So that's where it all came down to, in my opinion. I can't cover the game tomorrow. I'll be at work getting my arse kicked, unfortunately. They need another bat, says David A. I think the only bat willing to be signed off the free agency is JD Martinez. That's a DH, because if Stanton's going to be gone, I brought up Verdugo already. Verdugo, I just bring him up because he already knows the clubhouse. He already knows the team. And I don't think it would cost too much money for Alex Verdugo. But we'll see, man. I know they want to be underneath that 301 threshold, but at this point, they're over it. So, I mean, there's no difference being over at $2 million than being over $12 million. At the end of the day, it's the same exact penalty. So, well, I think what they're gonna do, I think what the Yankees are gonna do is let spring training play out, and if they don't like what they see, that's when I think they will make a move. on maybe getting another bat, or maybe they're waiting on more information on Stanton. But I don't think they need to panic yet, right? I don't think they need to make a panic move just now. I think they can wait a little bit. Jacob Petruzzi, what's going on, man? Oh, you want a Tito Francona? Yeah, Tito would be nice, dude. I love Tito. Yeah, huge UConn game, dude. They've been up and down this year, Jacob, haven't they? Li says, who was available for manager if you wanted to replace Boone? That's a great question, Li. Yeah, Terry Francona was available. Joe Buck. Oh, yeah, Joe Buck's calling the first game. That's on opening day. Yeah, I know. I get it, D-Rod. It's just funny how we flipped Cody Poteet, a guy that we claimed off waivers, for Cody Bellinger. Like, if you go to MLB The Show right now, the video game, and try to do that same trade, it would not work out. And that's a video game. So that's what I was just saying, man. It's a pretty insane trade if you think about it. Ken says the team is built to limit the opponent's ability to score runs. There were no expectations that this team was going to score as many runs as last year's team. 2025 Yankees are more well-rounded. I agree 1,000% with you, Ken. I agree 1,000%, dude. I mean, the pitching staff on this team I think it's night and day way better than last year. I really do. The bullpen is more solidified. We have a legit closer. The rotation, of course, is way more better with Max Fried. We got some good news with Clark Schmidt, and I'll bring it up here in a second. In case you guys missed the Clark Schmidt update. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything too serious, so that's great news for us. But this rotation, man, it's way better than last year. Let's see. Here's the update with Brian Hoke. 9 hours ago, he says, Clark Schmidt, stiff back, a.k.a. cranky back, confirmed he is scheduled to throw a bullpen session tomorrow. He expects to be pitching in games soon and has no concerns about being ready for opening day. So like I said, great news for Clark Schmidt. Great news. My guy, Pito, doing what he does the very best. And that is walking in here and popping confetti all over the place. And Joe Andy Hendo. Welcome back to the squad. You are the man, Pito. You are the man. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you, man. Can't wait for the games to begin. Nolan Jones is available from Colorado. We'll see what they do, man. I think if they make a move, it's going to be an infield bat or a DH. Hey, stop going at each other, man. Come on. Don't tell them to shut the F up, Li. Come on now. Ken, going back to back with Mr. Pito. And he pops confetti all over the place. Thank you so much, Ken. And Joseph got that one. Thank you, Ken. You are the man. You are the man. Thank you so much, guys. Be nice to each other, man. Come on, Li. Max Fried sounds like Napoleon Dynamite. He does, John. He does, dude. What's wrong with Joe Buck? He calls it as he sees it. He's not a homer, and fans complain about K2. Nothing in this world is good enough, man. D-Rod, hopefully, if you guys hate Joe Buck, come on, hang out with me instead. I'll call the game for you. Do you hate me too? Come on, man. Mark in the chat. What's up, Mark? I hope we get Vladdy. Ooh, speaking of Vladdy, good segue. Good segue, Mark. In case you guys missed this, it's all over X. It's all over Twitter. It's the number one topic of discussion right now. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. liked a Instagram post about him potentially playing for the New York Yankees. I gotta find it, so give me a second here. It's all over the web. Here it is. So this was earlier today, and I'll go small so you can kind of read it better. But Let's Go Yankees _ on Instagram posted this, and he was like, is there any chance Yankees sign Vladdy? And then he went on and said a couple of words. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. liked it. Vladdy liked it. Now it's all about social media in today's world with sports. But that is very interesting because we all know what we saw with Vladdy, how he said he would never play for the New York Yankees and blah 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 blah. But that's his Instagram handle right there. But that's a year down the line. That's a year down the line. You know, of course, it's all speculate. You know, it's just fun and games on social media. But that is pretty interesting, to say the least. What happened? Well, he told someone to shut the F up. He told my guy Yankee Kyle, and I don't. That doesn't fly, man. The rules are just be respectful to one another or to each other, man. You know. Why we gotta bash each other? We all one family, man. I know family fights, but my gosh. Come on now. Just don't even say anything if it's gonna get on your nerves. John says, I don't want Guerrero, I want Kyle Tucker. I would like Kyle Tucker too, man. I would love Kyle Tucker too. So in case you guys missed it, we have some updates here with Austin Wells as well. Get it? Aaron Judge and Austin Wells are being held out of spring games until March 1st or so. So don't raise a flag with the Aaron Judge and Wells being sat until March 1st. Aaron Boone says, this was talking about Aaron Judge. He played 150, 160 games last year. I don't want to rush him. And that's understandable. That is understandable. Judge is in spring training. You saw he's swinging the bat. He's working out. There's nothing wrong with Judge. There's nothing wrong with Wells. And I think everyone this should nip the Wells thing in the butt. There's no video, but today, his first swing, home run. Home run today for Austin Wells. So that's great news, and I'm glad that he's okay. I don't mind Li, man. I don't mind Li. He's cool to be in here, but just don't attack, one another. That's all I ask for. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have anything nice to say to each other, just ignore. Just ignore each other. Especially don't say shut the F up. I'm like, come on now. Let's see. Trying to see if we had some clips earlier today. Oh yeah, here we go. Spencer Jones versus Max Fried. Let's see this little clip right here, real quick. Spencer Jones got a nice little piece of this. Dink. Ooh, you just heard. I gotta pause it real quick because they're playing some music. But look at that sound, bro. Okay, Spencer Jones. That sounded good off the bat right there, didn't it? Exactly, John. Exactly. Judge just needs to practice catching. Oh, come on, Mario. I'm sure he is. So here's the update with the Wells in case you missed it. He home runned off Ian Hamilton today. So there's no footage of it, but there's your update. Brian Hook's there, boots on the ground. He covers the Yankees. Aaron Judge off of Max Fried. Hits it off the wall. Max Fried saying, yeah, I want that one. Bing. Good contact there. Overshadow, and they're over there listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers. Hopefully I don't get copyright. California. Oh, okay. Action VJ. Okay, let me bring it up. Action VJ is the GOAT. Action VJ is the GOAT. Thank you, man. Okay, here we go. Here's the Austin Wells at bat earlier. Off Ian Hamilton. Let's see the home run. It's an overcast day in Tampa. See it, the pitch. Ooh. Okay, to right. That's gone. That's where the rooms to go patio is over there. An absolute bomb by Wells. Some good stuff. One person who did struggle today in camp, guys. Everson Pereira. You know, of course, it's just practice. Like AI said, Allen Iverson, if you don't know who AI is, I don't know if you lived under a rock or not. I know it's just practice, not a game. Not a game that they go out there and die for. But practice, I get it. But Everson Pereira struck out, I think, almost every. Well, this is in the beginning of camp, or the beginning of today's workout. He struck out almost every at-bat. So that's not what you want to hear about Everson Pereira. But of course, like I said, it's practice. So take it with a grain of salt. Maybe the pitching was just on point. But hopefully, I want to see him do well this spring. I know, Uncle Rico. I know, man. Chef Nick, what's up, my guy? Where is Will Warren on the depth chart? They moved better, or Clayton Beater to the bullpen. You think the same with Will Warren? I don't think so. I think they moved Beater to the bullpen because they value him, and they want to keep him more healthy. Maybe that's. I think that's another reason why they put Clayton Beater in the bullpen, because he's always dealt with injuries. But Will Warren, he's going to be in spring. Or no, is he in spring? I think he is. I know. I mean, Chase Hampton's gone now, so. But yeah, we'll see Will Warren in spring. Hold on, man. I think Will Warren is number 7 behind Stroh. Yeah, he's definitely going to be the guy that's going to come up if needed in case of a injury. Yeah, Will Warren is going to be in spring. He's on the 40-man. Ron says, more bad news. Boone not taking us to the World Series victory. Ron, we'll be back to the World Series, bro. We'll be back to the World Series. Trust me. And we're going to win it all, man. We're going to do it. Argo says Spencer Jones will be all right. He just needs another year and a half of maturing in the minors. Yeah, Spencer Jones, definitely not ready. He's got to get some AAA under his belt. No doubt about it. But Everson Pereira, he's going to be strictly DHing until mid-March. But today was a tough day in camp for him. Let's see, tomorrow, in case you guys missed it, these are the guys that are already going to be, playing tomorrow. Is going to be Paul Goldschmidt, Jazz, Anthony Volpe, Jason Dominguez, Bellinger, and then Marcus Stroman is going to be starting. So no Judge. Of course, we just saw no Wells, but we got some big names going to be playing tomorrow. I want my Knicks in the NBA to blow out the Chicago Bulls. They should blow out the Chicago Bulls. Bulls stink. Warren has good stuff. Problem is he constantly falls behind on counts and becomes too predictable. Yeah. Well, we've seen flashes of Warren. He's still not ready either, in my opinion, Uncle Rico. He's not terrible, but like you said, I mean, last season was kind of a tough spot for Will Warren. He was called up, to spot start against the Phillies. Struggled in the first couple of innings, and then he kind of settled down after that. He didn't do too bad, but we saw him get beat up a couple of games. But Jones would be a better player if he shrank 6 inches. Let's hope the 2025 Yankees won't be the bad news Boones. Let's pray that won't be the case. Let's pray that won't be the case, man. Spencer Jones struck out today against Tyler Matzik. That happened. Austin Wells also had a single off Tyler Matzik, so Wells did pretty good today. But I did share the clip of Spencer Jones hitting it off the wall, off Max Fried. So that's some good stuff you wanna see, right? Judge hit it off the wall versus Max Fried as well. So Yankees did outplay. They got outplayed by the Dodgers. Yeah, Mario. It's just we shot ourselves in the foot at the end of the day. We played bad. Defense, base running blunders around the bases. I mean, at the end of the day, we just did not play well. That's what it came down to. But I do think we're going to be back. I do think we're going to have a shot to win it this year. I think MLB came out with their odds to win the World Series. Hold on, let's bring it up. And we're like plus 800, which is third. They got the Braves above us. Let's see. Yeah, this is from ESPN. Teams with the highest odds to win the World Series right now: Dodgers, Braves, Yankees, Mets, Astros. I don't think the Astros have any shot. I don't think they should be fifth on this list. I think the Rangers should be above the Astros, honestly. What's up, Bob? How you doing? Why didn't the Yankees give Girardi more time? They won a World Series under him. He was too harsh on the players, man. That's why. That's exactly why Girardi got fired, because he was too harsh on the players. Yankees depth for starting pitching is light. Warren Brubaker, yeah, Carlos Carrasco, also on that list too, Ken. D-Rod says, Max, we got to find a hook with you and Max Fried. Same name, Max Fried Chicken. That's hilarious, D-Rod. I gotta come up with a funny emoji for Max Fried, or make a funny soundbite for Max Fried too. Chief says, need membership. Links down below in the description, buddy. Click on that link and it should say join. I was a Girardi and Showalter fan, both tough managers. I was too, actually, VJ. I was too, man. Yeah, Girardi was a hard arse. He was tough, which I didn't mind at all, honestly, man. I did not mind it at all. Oh, man, but tomorrow's the big day, guys. We made it to the whole off season. Baseball is back for the Yankees tomorrow, man. Gosh, I wish I was able to call a game. I really do. That sucks. I got to work. My first game I'm calling is Sunday. But, man, I can't wait to watch. Hopefully I'll catch some of the game at work. I don't think I will. But we'll talk about the game after, tomorrow. We'll talk about the game and actually show some highlights and stuff from the game. Kind of break down what these guys did. And hopefully they, and I know it's spring training, but I want them to win every game. I don't care if it's spring training or not. But at the end of the day, it just comes down to how these guys performed while they played. So can't wait, man. Can't wait to talk about it. Can't wait to hang out with all of you tomorrow. I'm going to head out for the rest of the night, guys. You enjoy yourselves. And there's only one more sleep. Oh, of course I'm going to be calling opening day, D-Rod. Of course I'll be calling opening day. But enjoy yourselves. One more sleep, ladies and gentlemen. And then Yankees baseball is back for the rest of the year. Almost. Can't wait, guys. Love, peace, chicken grease. On Max Coverage TV. I'm out here. And as always, go Yankees, baby. We are back tomorrow. Peace.